Hi, good morning, everyone. First thing I want to say is thank you to the panelists for coming to support us, and thank you to Wade and Lauren for organizing the event. So my name is Jake, this is Sim, and we're team Smart Green.
So right now we're facing a major catastrophe. Our world is literally on fire. Our resources are literally being threatened. Our lives are literally at stake. Our children's futures, our futures, my future is literally at stake. And one of the ways that comes into fruition is food insecurity. Definitely, said that climate change will threaten 4 dimensions of food security. It will have an impact on human health, livelihood, assets, and food production. People who are already vulnerable and food insecure are likely to be the first affected. So that means that people who are living on coastal communities who are reliant on their environment for every single aspect of their lives are threatened. And we have no way of protecting these people. These people are in danger. And if they're in danger, then we're in danger because we rely on these communities to sustain our urban environment.
So one way to combat this crisis is through community gardens. And they're great, but they can be hard to maintain. So some of the pros of community gardens, they provide food security for underprivileged communities who don't have the space to have their own garden. They also reduce pollution from transportation for moving these produce. And they minimize food waste because there's been research that people who grow their own food are more likely to eat all of it. So the downsides of a community garden are responsibility. So you have to be accountable for who's going to water the garden, who's going to maintain all the different aspects of it. And then the next problem is you have to find a place to put them. So maybe you want a community garden at a co-working space, but maybe the building doesn't support it. There's lots of cases like that. And of course, climate instability. So our solution to this problem is what we call Smart Green. So we made a prototype. It's basically an enclosed, self-sustaining garden. So we built a prototype over here, and it features a self-watering pump that you can program to go off when you would like. It has temperature and humidity sensors, so you know if your crops are being underwatered or overwatered. It is in an enclosed environment, so it is resilient to those changes in climate. It does feature a webcam, so you can monitor it from anywhere through the web app. And so I will demo the web app. So here we have a live feed of the garden. And right here we have some sensor data that is updating in real time. So this is a great project, but where does it go from here? Our plan is to start off as an open source project. So we would design the tools, the guides, so that someone could build this on their own. They would be able to 3D print their own enclosure when we have our own CAD designs. And the cost for the materials is relatively affordable. Raspberry Pi is only $35. And so Sim will tell you more about our future plans.
So I had a design of what I envision the future product what might look like. It features angled roofs to catch sunlight. So there's solar panels and they move to track the sun, right? So if it's the sun's in this position, there's oh yeah, we also want to integrate machine learning so that it's able to understand what type of plant you're growing and how to care for that plant properly without you having to input so much data. And also, that's the front view of my CAD design. And that's the side view of my CAD design.
Here's a list of our sources for our research, and here's some information if you'd like to get in contact with us. Thank you. Okay, so here's a project with the webcam. We have a button that works in real time. So the light turns on, off, on. We have this data that updates in real time. So if I breathe on the sensor, it will change. There we go. There we go. Uses a Raspberry Pi and an Arduino for the water pump.